What's up, guys? J.R. Raymond back again at the training center in TurboTech in Chesterfield, Michigan. Today we're going to do something just a little bit different. We want to look at ball reaction. So I'm going to show you what happens when your ball hooks early versus when it doesn't when we return. Yo guys, what's up? Before we get moving on this video, I got to introduce you to the Loft Mug Club. This is where you can get your exclusive mug. You would be a part of this club and have live access to a live podcast every single month to where you can get questions answered and we can talk about anything and everything that you want to talk about bowling related. So let's go ahead and get moving forward to this. Head over to lifestractioncontrol.com, join the Mug Club, and take a look at some of the cool merch that's on there available too. So let's raise our mugs for all those who have a lack of frickin' talent like me. All right, so we're going to do some testing and we're going to show you the difference between seeing the lanes front to back and seeing the lanes left to right. And the reason why most coaches and most of the best players talk about seeing the lanes front to back is because they want to see where the ball hooks front to back. It's easier to see it that way rather than trying to watch where the ball goes from left to right or where the ball hooks to the right. So seeing it front to back is a whole lot easier and a lot more beneficial to you. So you want to see when the ball hooks. So we're going to do a little example here of showing a few shots where the ball doesn't hook early, and then I'm going to take a towel to the lane and make it hook early, and look at the difference in ball reaction. I'm going to pull up Specto and show some data on there as well. A couple of different tests on there so you can look at it. We're only going to throw one or two shots each way, but make sure you pay attention to what the ball does and look at the Specto data to see how different it is when the ball hooks early versus when the ball doesn't hook early. So let's throw some shots. All right, 8 left. All right, so let's look at that test and see what that one does, see what that one did. So as we pull it up over here, I'm going to click save, end the session. And I'll come over here to my rankings. This one here, I want to download, and we're going to take a look at this. So let's save it. Should pull up automatically somewhere. There it is. All right, so now we're looking at this, and you can see where the angle of the test was. So we total hook was 24.7 boards, launch 3.7, impact 5.3, speed loss in the heads less than a half of a mile an hour, lost almost a mile an hour in the mids, and then it lost all its energy down lane. So you can see this, RPM's not correct, but that's okay. Launch speed 17.3. Let's try to get it close again. We're going to come back over here. Let's close this out, or at least minimize it, so that way I can get this back up. Now we're going to do another ball test. We're going to start that, clear and start session, do that. But what we're going to do is now I'm going to come over where the ball is crossing, and I'm going to take a towel to it. And I'm going to make this hook early. And there's nothing I can do about it other than try to throw it. Good. So now that's all dry right there. It doesn't take much. I guess I better not leave that there. Specto will look at it like a ball. So now we're going to throw a shot kind of in the same area. And watch the big difference. This probably isn't going to hit the head pin. Try to look at the same area. Very early hook. So that one hooked and went left right away. So that's a big difference there. So now we're going to try and let's look at that data and see what that one did according to this. So we'll save it, end session, come back over. And let's look at it, see what it says. Download, save, see what pops up. So now, total hook technically is 28.1. You can see it lost almost a half mile an hour more in the heads. It lost the same amount in the mids and less in the back. So it hooks that much earlier. And I know it doesn't, half a mile an hour doesn't seem like much, but that much in the front is going to make a big difference. And you can see the heads and the mids over here a whole lot more. The green is so much more than what it was before, where it was only, you know, this first front foot or so. So let's take it off and we're going to try it again. And we will try and do one more test. We're going to move left and see what it does. So now let's move our feet further left in that dry area and look at the difference. Okay, so we'll move like 3 left, 3 and 1. So it goes through the same area. Early hook, Brooklyn. So you can see that it's strugglesome trying to get the ball through there. So that's why people start throwing it over it. Granted, this is probably an extreme example of this, but this is a daily deal that I deal with. Once the lanes start really breaking down on tour, you start to see this early hook and it forces you to go left and create these steep angles. And that's when you start to lose ball reaction. You start to lose angle, you start to lose pin action, carry, all that stuff. So the move is very difficult. It's either go over it to get your ball to start later, because you saw that one shot was actually pretty good through there. And then you have a couple of shots when it hooks early, all of a sudden, I don't have a way to get through there. So let's take a look at that data and see what the difference was on that. Save this, end session. Let's see what this one shows. Now you can see as I move left, the early hook gets to be a little bit more. So now I lose a full mile an hour in the heads, almost 2 full mile an hour in the front. So in the heads and the mids, you can see the early hook get more with this green right here. Now you can see everything changes and it just gets worse and worse. So this is what you deal with on a day-to-day basis when it comes to the PBA. So we try to make some small changes and it's not enough. You try to make big changes and it's too much. So it's almost like you have to grab super weak bowling balls. For me, this is how I see it. Super weak bowling balls to get through there, or you have to be able to get over it. I'm going to try one more shot, and I'm going to try to throw it over it and see what it does. So I'll go back to where I was before moving left off of it, and I'll just try to get some air under it and see what happens. See how much closer that one was. So that one actually tried to get there. I move a little bit left off that because I hit up on it when I, lofted a little bit, and you see a big difference there. And it actually tries to get down lane. So if you can learn anything from this, learn that seeing lanes front to back is a whole lot better than trying to see the lanes side to side. Watch where your ball hooks in the front or in the middle. If it's not hooking enough, if you're not seeing enough motion down lane, you need to get it to hook sooner in the front rather than trying to get your hand around it to make it hook more in the back. So it's just kind of some of those things that you need to look at when you're out on the lanes and bowling a little bit. So I hope this helps. I hope this makes people see what the difference is between bowling ball reaction when you see a little bit of early hook and when you don't see early hook. So anyway, we'll see you guys later. Make sure to subscribe to this channel and go over to Turbo 2-in-1 Grips page and subscribe over there as well. And we will see you guys next time.